tocó, pisa la pelota Maradona, arranca por la derecha el genio del fútbol mundial, y es el tercero a tocar para Borruchaga, siempre Maradona, genio,
Greetings, football lovers. Welcome to Ball Chat at the World Cup 2022. My name is Benton. We continue to look at the teams at the FIFA World Cup, and today's episode we focus on the Eagles of Carthage, Tunisia. Tunisia rolls into Qatar 2022. I mean, this team is a big unknown. I must say that. I don't know a lot about Tunisia's team and what to expect from this team at Qatar 2022. So we just want to put that out there. So say that at the top end of this episode. I did a lot of reading, watching a lot of videos on this team. So let's see if we can break them down a little bit and get some thoughts on what to expect from this team at the World Cup. Tunisia will, I love this name though, the Eagles of Carthage. The Eagles of Carthage will compete in Group D. They will face the likes of France, the defending champion, Australia, and Denmark. And just a little history lesson here. Tunisia competed as part of France up until 1954. So you won't have any Tunisian history at the World Cup as an independent nation prior to 1954. They play in Group D, as I said, with France, Australia, and Denmark. Their schedule will look like this. They will compete against Denmark takes on Denmark on Tuesday the 22nd. Then they will face Australia, and they'll wrap up against France. Now, basically, family, if they can get something from that Denmark game, if they can beat Denmark, get those 3 points, they should be able to take care of Australia and book their place into the next round. That Denmark game is going to be huge for Coach Jalil Kadri's outfit. In terms of players that are going to be critical for this Tunisian team, the one and only Mr. Wahabi Kazari is going to be instrumental. I mean, he's older now, definitely more streetwise. He's playing as a striker, playing somewhat of a striker role for them. He will score. My question is, can they get him the ball? They will probably play in a more organized defensive setup and try to play a bit on the counter. Watch out for a couple of those midfielders to try to spring pass and run from midfield. But Mr. Wahabi Kazari is going to be huge for them. He's definitely street smart, very experienced player for this Tunisian outfit. In terms of the greatest Tunisian player to ever lace them up, there's a lot of debate about the greatest Tunisian player to ever lace them up. I mean, the leading goal scorer for the team is Issam Jammeh, who scored 36 goals. But probably the best player to have played for Tunisia is the one and only Mr. Adak Sassi from the 78 World Cup. Was a goalkeeper, was very good for them in their exploits. Let's take a look at Tunisia at the 1998 World Cup down memory lane. And the reason why I want to highlight this, Tunisia drew with a big bad Romanian team with the likes of Dan Petrescu and George Hagi. They took the lead in this game against Romania, and it took Romania deep into the second half to pick up a point from this game. They won a penalty. They were very good on the counter, had a few chances, and they converted that penalty, of course, and they almost spring the upset against a big bad Romanian team. So that was a very memorable moment for Tunisia. Unfortunately, they didn't pull it off. I don't know what to expect from this Tunisian outfit. A reminder, they're in Group D. The great unknown. That's one of the beauty of some of these teams and at the World Cup. The great unknown. They're in Group D. They'll play Australia, France, and Denmark. They kick off their group play against Denmark on the 22nd. Then on Saturday the 26th, they'll take on Australia. And their most difficult match is on Wednesday the 30th, on paper at least, against France. Check us out on Ball Chat Podcast on Instagram, and check us out on Instagram at Ball Chat Podcast. We're on Twitter at Ball Chat 1 and at Facebook. Let's see